little dusty. Good morning, guys. My name is Luke. Welcome to Ruth Farms. Today we are in one of my winter wheat fields. We're here close to my house. As you can tell, we've already cut the wheat on this part of the field. We've got about 5 acres back there on the back. We started cutting it yesterday. Yields are pretty good. I would say the field average right now is around 75. A little less than I was hoping for, but we had some lodging go on, which is where the wheat lays down earlier on, and those spots are really hurting us. I have seen spots on the yield monitor 110, 115, 120, and I've seen them as low as 50. So, but looking like, based off about how many acres we went over, we're somewhere around that 75, 80 field average. Right now, we're out here. My uncle was here a little while ago. He's been baling our straw for us. My dad is out there now on my brother's skid steer. We are using our skid steers with these grapples. These are called an accumulating grapple. They have these bars in them right now. We run down the field and accumulate the bales in here. We can hold 10, and then we pick them up and load them on our trailers. It's just a lot easier on the body picking them up with these. We'll stack them on these with our skid steers on this trailer, and then we take these dividers out, and then we can unstack them and put them in the barn. Some of this I'm gonna put in the barn loft here at my house. I try to keep somewhere between 400 and 500 in the barn loft at all times. That way, you know, if I got people come that want, say, you know, 4 or 5 bales, 10 bales, it's a lot easier doing that, throwing them out of the loft onto their trailer, than it is taking them all the way to the other farm and then having to unload it with a skid steer. So here's my dad right now. Hopefully he can get it. Looks like he's going. Dad ain't quite got the hang of it yet, but we'll need to put all 3 stacks and then start stacking. It might lose some hay on the back over here, or straw bales, I should say. But it's just got them little claws here that clamp. That's what grabs the bales of hay, or bales of straw in this case. But he's getting the hang of it slowly. We just go through here just like this and accumulate the bales. Luckily, they're pretty forgiving. We're still all green at it. We haven't done any since earlier in the year. Really haven't done much since last year this time. We just get our 8 like this. We turn the 1 on the end. Well, we're 10 minutes into picking up after lunch, and something on Coleman's skid steer here That's going to leaking back here. I don't know if y'all can tell it. There's some oil leaking somewhere back there, spraying up on the manifold, smoking like crazy. So, but luckily my uncle's got his skid steer ready. He's gonna bring it, that way we'll still have two. And for now, Coleman's is down. So let's get him unhooked and hook my grapple up to my skid steer, and then my uncle can use his grapple on his. Probably a turbo line or something. So this down wheat is really hurting us. Our wheat lodged early, which is lodging is when it lays down. And when it lodged down, it really hurt our yields. I'm going to say the spots that are lodged are hurt by 25% compared to the parts that's standing, maybe more. Most of the spots that I've seen lodged are in the 60s and 70s range. And where it's standing like this, we're in the 90s most of the time. Right now we're in the 90s where it's standing. Y'all got to remember this yield monitor, what you're seeing, the yield, like the 95, 97, 92, whatever it is, that's actually, behind us about 10 seconds. Because our yield monitor is reading in the return elevator, which is located up here almost at the grain bin. So it takes a while for the signal for the grain that I'm cutting to get to that sensor and then to get back up here to this monitor. So, but I really believe the spots that are laying down really hurting us. Makes it a lot harder to cut, as well as it's hurting our yield. But that's all right. This is still some of the best wheat I've ever had. Probably the best wheat I've ever had. Next year I'll do a better job though of paying attention to how much chicken litter I put on it, as well as trying not to overlap any when I spray. Between the combination of the chicken litter and me applying too much nitrogen, that's the reason it's laying down. I still really can't complain. We still got awesome wheat, but it could have really been a heck of a crop if it hadn't been for me causing some of it to lodge. I've talked to some of our neighbors though, and some of them are having 30, 40, 50 bushel wheat crops all over. So we definitely done something right. Billy? We hadn't been cutting here very long, and I'm almost at a full load. Next year, I'm going to be more careful about my litter, my nitrogen, and I'm probably also going to use a growth regulator like Palisade or something. Try to keep my wheat standing. I didn't realize how bad it going over like that hurt you. I got a lot of laid down wheat. We're using Palisade to help slow the growth down of the actual stalk of the plant. This excites me pretty good though to know that we can get 100 plus bushel weed out of our old equipment. That tickles me. We got neighbors that do it, but a lot of them's got millions of dollars worth of equipment. Where I've got, maybe $100,000 worth of equipment altogether. It's possible. Where it's not laying down, I'm pretty consistently in the 90s and hundreds. But where it lays down, like right now, I'm dropping off in the 70s. That just really hurts your overall yield. I don't choke the combine now. All right. All right, we got a full load. We got to dodge our straw bales here. Bring the truck around here, or the combine around to the truck. Got a little black lever over here. I'll push it down. That'll start our auger around here. According to the yield monitor, we got like about 3 bushels shy of 150 bushels on the combine. It takes about somewhere around a truckload or 2 combine loads and about a fourth of another one or a third of another one. With our test weight being a little bit low, yesterday we were at 57 pounds. We can only fit about 150 bushel in the combine without risking running it over. And I don't want to lose any outsides. This is our window, and you can see her coming down now. Our windows didn't stay clean very long. Our truck will hold about 350 bushel. If you got a good test weight, it'll hold about 365. The truck is way overloaded at that point. So this auger you see here, this is the auger that runs the grain up into the grain bin from the grain auger, clean grain auger that we put the sensor, the moisture sensor and the yield sensor on. So you have grain come through the header, it cuts it off, cuts the plant off, it goes up into the feeder house, and then it goes into a cylinder underneath us that has bars that rake the grain off the plant material. Basically, the grain falls down into the shoe augers, which run it back to the clean grain elevator. I think I'm telling y'all this right. And then the current clean grain elevator brings it up to here, to that auger brings it into here, and then there's several little augers down here in the bottom of the bin that run it out to this auger, which then runs it onto our truck. So it's a very neat process. It's just a lot of mechanical things to go wrong there. Got her empty, swing her back around, we'll be ready to go back to town. We have my dad, I think, is baling hay, or baling the straw somewhere here behind us. My Uncle Mitchell is getting up straw. He brought his skid steer over here because Coleman's had some sort of issue wrong with it. Coleman's not with us right now. He is out of town. He just graduated from high school, so they're on their senior week trip thing. He'll be back first of the week to help us over at the other farm. But I don't have time to mess with his skid steer today, so they're baling. My uncle's accumulating, and then I'm gonna keep cutting, try to get all this cut so that we can get the combine done, and we'll move it to the next field probably tomorrow. We're just gonna do a little bit at a time, probably about 5 acres, trying to get that straw baled and put up, just so we, I know Coleman will want to be with us a little bit during harvest. He's gonna want to see the yield monitor run, which is fine. I love doing this, and I know he loves it too. So we'll leave a little bit that way. He has something to do, and then that also, we got to get the straw up anyway, so we might as well just take our time, get the straw up as we go. We don't have any chances of rain, which is not good. So we got corn getting close to tassel, and it really needs some rain, and we got really high temperatures, so hoping that ain't gonna hurt our yields on our corn too much. But there ain't nothing we can do about it. So we'll go out here. I got a GoPro down here on the camera, getting y'all some cool shots. A GoPro on the header, not on the camera. Down here, getting y'all some cool shots. It's probably dead now because it's been on there for a little while. I'm gonna go get it, and then I'll go again. I'll turn this camera on because I think we're about to see some triple digits. Oh yeah. For some reason, right through here is doing really, really well. Look at there, guys. 112, 106, 110. Wow. That is awesome. It's the hillier parts of the farm that's doing better this year. I guess it's just where it stayed so wet. I don't think I'm going to be able to say I got a farm average of 100, but we have definitely hit 100 in places. Seen as high as 120 in a couple places. We consistently 100 through here. Just where this wheat's standing up, it's doing phenomenal. We're tickling triple digits all the time. It's beautiful wheat. Every year I learn a little more and a little more. Take that with the good Lord helping me out and some chicken litter. I've been blessed. Blessed with good family that come help me out. Blessed to be able to do it in general. Blessed with the good Lord's helping me out, providing us some good weather. Couldn't ask for a better week to cut wheat. Not good for our crops. It's gonna be hot and dry, but as far as getting the wheat in, we're gonna be dry for at least 10 days now, so boy, we tickling 112 bushel right there. Yeah, buddy. That is awesome. Thank you, Lord. Guys, we're about to wrap this little field up. I probably got maybe half an acre to an acre left here. We are just about got the truck full and probably about half a combine full now. So it's been some very good wheat. I would say last year I probably had some wheat that was 70, 80 bushel in places. This year we're averaging, I think the field's gonna average 80, 82 or 3 or 4. Keeps on climbing. Can't ask for a lot better. I've learned a lot this year, and we'll put it to work for next year. I'm gonna finish this up and I'll bring you back when something exciting happens or once we get doing something new. Because I've talked enough and y'all seen enough of this header going around. Wheat sure is a beautiful grain. This might be some donuts you're eating one day. Get all these bales. Y'all, that old New Holland, that thing is old. It's probably, I don't know, 50, 60 years old. Somebody knows, let me know. That sucker does a heck of a job baling. Look at that bale. That thing is pretty. They're almost always a little bit bananaed on one side, but using this blue twine, they do a very good job. We're over 900, probably nearing 1,000. I'm gonna say this field will be 1,200 bales, maybe more. We got a lot of work to do, y'all. About 500 of them probably gonna be done by hand, putting them in the barn or stacking them in the barn. But we'll get there someday. Thank God for good help and good weather. If only it was a little cooler. The old 6620 has been doing a phenomenal job so far. Very blessed to have that bearing fixed because it's so much nicer than that cab now. Anyway, let's take the old International S1700 and weigh it up. She's loaded. All right, so we're here at my buddy's farm. This is their facilities. I'm gonna get us a test weight of our wheat and get our moisture. Yesterday we was running around a 58% test weight, only 58 pound test weight. So we're here at my buddy's farm. I'm gonna get a test weight on our wheat. Yesterday we was running around 57, 58. Hoping we're a little better today. I just fill this little cup up, take this little thing, smooth it off. And I got this little thingy majiggy here. Hook the hook on here. So it's just like a regular set of scales. We want this thing to pretty much level out. Looks like we're about 58 pounds. We're leveled out there. If y'all can tell that, we're right at 58 pound test weight. So about the same as yesterday. If anything, we've gained a little better, got a little better. So 58 pound test weight. Then this is a scale. I gotta get it to zero out. And then I can test our moisture content. All right, put that here in our moisture tester. It's already set soft red wind weight. Put this, that'll make the grain disappear. Then here, after a minute, this thing will calibrate, test it, and I'll have to put in our test weight on there. 8 and go. 103 grain temp, and we're 11.1% moisture. So she's plenty dry. Put this, that'll dispense our wheat back down here. We'll go pour that in the truck. That's all she wrote. Let's go weigh it. Jack, the farm dog, with us. He is excited to be riding shotgun. Let's get y'all set up here. Go across the scales. One thing is for certain, I guarantee you we are overweight. $35,060 pounds. 58 pound test weight. Nine 28% moisture. Approximately 344 bushels on this load, y'all. Close we got. Not bad. Could have been over that way a little bit. Ain't too bad. Alright, we got our little John Deere 830. Put to our auger. We're gonna put this load in bin. you guys, we got all 3 trailers loaded. That's 450 square bales. My trailer's back there. We got them loaded. I think my dad has just now finished up baling. We'll probably have to touch up a little here and there tomorrow. My uncle's still gathering them. I think we're gonna try to go put these 450 in the barn loft maybe while it's cooler tonight. But anyway, it's getting dark. Y'all aren't gonna be able to see anything. So I'm gonna end this one here. I appreciate you guys watching. Y'all have a great day. Y'all let us know what you think of our stuff, of our equipment. You know, we're old school, we run old stuff, but we get the job done. It takes us a little longer than most people, but you know what? Most of this stuff's paid for, so y'all have a good one. God bless. See you in the next one.